Welcome back, it's Zion from Uke on Demand, and this week we're teaching My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose. What you just heard was our low G arrangement, but at ukeondemand.com we also have a high G version as well. In this video, we're going to be teaching the first part of this song, but you can get the rest of the tutorial and the tabs for both versions at ukeondemand.com. So to begin, I'll play the first measures on the screen so you can hear how they sound. That measure ends right there. And to play that section, we're just going to pick the open E string, followed by the 3rd fret of E. And then here comes the first difference between the high G and low G arrangements. If you're using a high G ukulele, you can still follow along with these tutorials because the differences are very minimal. So you'll see right here, this is our low G arrangement. We're picking the C string and G string together. Alright, but in our high G arrangement, we would simply just pick the C string. So the difference is very small. Moving forward though, we're going to pick those strings and then pick the open C, quickly followed by the 2nd fret of C. And you can do a hammer-on if you wish. And if you're not sure what a hammer-on is, we do have a tutorial on them in our technique series at ukeondemand.com. After that, just pick the E string. And then we're going to go into an A minor. Now this isn't going to look like your usual A minor, like this, which is just the 2nd fret of G. Instead, we're also going to add the ring finger to the 3rd fret of A. So it's going to look like this: 2nd fret of G, 3rd fret of A. And once you strum that, you're just going to drop down to the 2nd fret of A and pick that by itself. And then open A, and then the very last note, which launches us into the next measure, is just the 3rd fret of E once more. Let's go back to the beginning of this what's on the screen, and we'll play it together very slowly. And moving into the second measure now. I'll play this one once through so you can hear how it should sound. And that's where it ends. So doing that section, we're playing an F chord, a normal F chord. So it's just going to be the index on the 1st fret of E, middle finger on 2nd fret of C. Strum that once. Then ring finger comes, picks the 3rd fret of E, and then quickly followed by open A string. And this time, instead of going into an A minor, we're going into a G5, which looks like this. We're going to have the index on the 2nd fret of C, middle finger on 3rd fret of E, and pinky on the 5th fret of A. And we strum that once. And we hold it since it's a quarter note amidst a sea of 8th notes. And after that, we have a slide coming up. We're going to pick the 3rd fret of A by itself, and then slide from the 5th fret to the 7th fret. So you're going to pick the 5th fret first, and as the note is still ringing, slide it to the 7th fret. Alright, so now that we've gotten this measure down, let's play it together very slowly. And then into measure 4, and you'll find this one very familiar. It's exactly the same as what we played at the very beginning of the song. So you've already learned it. We'll just go through it very, very quickly. So again, just picking those open strings, then the hammer on from open C to the 2nd fret, E string, A minor, 2nd fret A, open A. And then lastly, the 3rd fret E. So that's all exactly the same as the beginning of the song. But here, moving into measure 5, it begins to get different again. So we start out in an F chord, which we learned. And then pick the 3rd fret of E, quickly followed by the open A string. 2nd fret A. And this time, instead of going to a G5, we're just going to play a normal C chord, which is just the ring finger on the 3rd fret of A. So let's bump it back to the previous measure, and we'll play all the way through this measure and what we learned in measure 5. And that's how to play the first part of My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose. To get the rest of the tutorial and the arrangements for both high G and low G ukuleles, head over to ukeondemand.com. And make sure to subscribe below so you don't miss our upcoming fingerstyle tutorials. We'll see you next time.